Welcome everyone to the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha. This is where we come and have the journey of from feeling stuck to becoming unstuck. I'm so excited for you to be here. We're going to have an amazing conversation today. This is Men's Health Month in the month of June, and this is going to be a dedication to all our amazing men and all our amazing leaders of the homes, connections together, are amazing men. So I definitely want to have a conversation to make sure that they know how deserving they are. I am going to be in my coach mode on this particular episode, family, because it's important for us to have a conversation, connect with each other, and just have a conversation on something that's really needed. That word called stress. Stress is the word for the day. And it's important for us to understand how to elevate out of stress and understand really what it is, really the balancing it. Stress and balance, and definitely navigating for a healthy and unhealthy stress to understand it, right? It's important for us to connect with each other, and I'm looking forward to this conversation, family, so we can explore a healthy way of doing things and definitely to be insightful about it. Our men deserve respect. Our men deserve to be loved. Our men really deserve us to be there for them, but they really need to be able to live longer. And it's called understanding how we can maneuver and understand how we can build, how we can create a great heavenly space for each and every one of us to be in. So in order for us to do that, we need some tools for us to understand really how to balance it, and how to be healthy. So this is going to be a great conversation, family. Definitely make sure you share this with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to connect with your friends and family and connections abroad, because I promise you a lot of men really just need to know how to build and to cope and to understand how they can balance it all. So it's important for us to be able to balance it, but at the same time, we need to know how they can balance it. All we need to know is they get love, and understand how to have love in order to do that. And how to do that is really giving more information. Having more information is needed for us to build it, family. So if you build it with each other, understanding how to cope, understanding how to prevail, understanding how to do everything great for themselves, honestly, you got to be able to maintain it. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. Definitely connect with someone. Definitely, like I said, definitely subscribe to this amazing YouTube channel and connect with a friend. Hello, Instagram. Hello, our family. And hello, everyone abroad. Hello, LinkedIn. Hello, Twitter. Hello, each and every one of you. I appreciate you all. And hello, Facebook as well. Thank you so much for being here, family. And I'm so excited about it. So definitely, this is going to be a great conversation, family. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Definitely moving forward ahead. I appreciate you, family. And we're going to get into some questions as well. Definitely our viewers had questions for us. This is for all the men. They gave us these questions. So I'm looking forward to get into it. So let's go ahead and get it started. Let's go. I am so excited for us to be here. This conversation is going to be amazing, family, honestly. And I really believe that if we just have a little conversations on the magnitude of what stress really does to us, and just really create a safe haven and balance with it, honestly, we just really need to know how to cope. So when it comes to stress, this is a huge word, family. And I really want us to be able to dialogue a little bit, understanding what happens when it comes to stress. A lot of times we need to know the impact of stress. Stress really has a huge impact on each and every one of us. Honestly, if we understand what it does to us, honestly, we can really cope with it. So we need to understand like the definitions of stress and really just how to disguise it and how to really have balance with it. Honestly, if we knew how to balance it, we can actually be able to maneuver how to really live life and move forward ahead. So when it comes to stress is, a bodily response to a demand within each and every one of us and challenges when it happens. And definitely it really affects us in our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Now, there is something called healthy stress, if you didn't know it. Yes, there is. So it's called Eustress. That is EUSTRESS. So healthy stress is a positive stress that a lot of us may have. And that's when it happens when we're motivated and when we're empowered, when we're having great performance. And we definitely are reaching our goals. That happens. I really feel that way. A lot of us feel that way when we have some type of promotion, elevation at our job, have a new business, having new opportunity, organization skills, things like that happens, right? So I love that. It's really a building factor. And it's really an opportunity for us to connect, right? This is the thing. When we're dealing with stress, a lot of times it's something that happens to us where we don't know how to maintain it. It really elevating our emotions, and it really can be a great charge. But sometimes it can really be a bad charge because we don't know how to work through it. We don't know how to maneuver it. We definitely don't know how to really begin to cope with it. Definitely if we don't have the tools and the resources and the processes in order to continue to build it, to keep it going. We don't have clarity in it. So it really causes a lot of confusion. That builds anxiety, and that builds a lot of frustration. A lot of times depression things happen when you just don't know. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to maneuver. I don't really know how to really cope. Honestly, I really just don't know how to build. A lot of times when we don't know how to build, that's a lot of times where the dis-ease comes in. A lot of times where we're feeling negative. We don't know how to deal with it. And what happens is, a lot of times we'll go in a platform where we will mask it and we'll tell everybody, you know what, I'm good. I'm fine. But you're not fine. You seem elevated. I don't know what's going on. There's nothing wrong. I'm really fine. And then we begin to get episodes like that. We begin to mask it. We begin to say something that really isn't true. Unfortunately, we're not able to build. We're not able to really maneuver how to really begin to move forward. And it's really unhealthy because a lot of times, a lot of the frustration that happened and unfortunately, it masks us, and it really creates depression. It really creates like some types of element of diseases. And really, we don't know how to really build. We won't know how to really build. We don't know how to really begin to move forward. And we began to shelter in place. And one problem is we began in the process of really began to mask it, and we won't know how to function. We'll begin to tell others that we're okay when we're not. We began a process of understanding that we really don't know how to cope with life. The problem with that is not knowing how to cope with life is really how we're really able to really do a disservice to ourselves. When we're not able to cope, when we're not able to really move forward, honestly, it's really displeasing, and we're not able to really build a connection with other people, and others are not able to really vibe with us, and they're not able to really connect with us. It's really a disservice to anybody else connected with us. And what happened is a lot of things may happen, diseases, because we are, at dis-ease. We don't know how to function. And you know what happens? A lot of suicides happen. A lot of suicides, a lot of, harm, self-harm happens. A lot of self-harm happens. A lot of, women and men, they will go off into trying to just take themselves out. And I'm being really real with you right now because it's a problem. It's a lot of alienation that really just happens. A lot of dis-ease that really happens. And you really just don't know how to function. You really just know how to really mask it because you're able to handle it for a little bit, but not long term. You'll be able to mask it for a little bit. And then what happened is you won't hear from somebody. And then you'll find out later that they really, just really left. And I'm just being real with you because this happens. A lot of great people that we know, they really disconnect. They really don't know how to build because it's really overwhelming responses that happen. So I really would like us to really understand that stress is huge. That really happens to a lot of us, a lot of your friends, a lot of your family members, a lot of people that you didn't think that would have an issue, they're having issues. So you just got to take care of your strong friends, meaning you got to check on them. You got to connect with them. You really got to see about them. Definitely begin to talk to them about any problems that they're having. So men are dealing with that. A lot of times they'll hold it in and they will not talk, normally. They may talk to maybe a friend or two, maybe, but sometimes they won't. So what I will say, because this is all men's month this month, check on your men, check on them, see if they're getting in groups, connecting with others. Definitely seeing if they are connecting with the, vibing in a different way, that is not normal. Just check on them. Sometimes just seeing about them and saying, hey, are you doing okay? Is everything okay? asking those questions. And that's really what's going to be the help out, just really get things out, get them talking and get them moving forward ahead. Honestly, I really believe that. So I'm so excited about that. Wow, King Wise, thank you so much for being here today. Yeah, you're loving the conversation. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate your support as always. Thank you so, so much. Just having these conversations, honestly, is really going to be a key point for each and every one of us. And honestly, just for us to be able to elevate and able to maneuver how to live life and live life abundantly. Honestly, when we're able to really guide ourselves and able to maneuver how to live it effectively. Honestly, you really just need to have your friends. You really just need to have your connection points, and honestly, be able to really be able to deep dive and just have solutions point. Honestly, it's going to be a benefit for you. I promise you it will. It surely will. So I'm so excited about this episode. Honestly, that was just a pre conversation with you. That's my coach side, just connecting with you on how this conversation is going to go. So we're going to have these amazing, amazing questions that have been given to us by amazing viewers of ours, and they are men. And they just really want to be able to share out to us and really reach out and to be able to have a voice. Because honestly, our men deserve to have a voice. So we're going to get into it, family. So let's go. How do you recognize when you're experiencing stress? Such a great question. I love this because, when we're recognizing this and when we understanding it, just really understanding the signs of it and understand how to cope with it. So when we're understanding when stress arrives, this is how you understand. When you're seeing like elevated in the responses of others, you're actually able to see how to really see what's going on with them. If you're seeing some changes, if you're seeing just really movements that are not really going to be well with them. Definitely, if a person that is really, overwhelmed with definitely the things that they're dealing with, a lot of times they're dealing with a lot of on their plate, and they just need to know how to maneuver it and need to know how to structure it. Honestly, that is really how your keys are, how you're able to really see what to do and how to really begin to move forward with it. If you're able to connect with another and just connect with them and just seeing what they're doing, if they're doing something that's out of ordinary, if they're actually beginning to connect with you in a different way, you have to be able to check on them. You have to be able to understand, what they're doing and how they're able to really experience something different. You're able to see it and recognize it when they're actually doing things that are different. Honestly, when you're seeing those areas. But at the same time, like I said before, if you know that someone has received like something elevated, like a promotion, if they receive something that, you knew that it'd be overwhelming, just checking on them and just, recognizing how they're functioning. If they're not able to manage it, if they're not acting the same way that they used to act as before, that's how you're able to see it and recognize it. Definitely, if you're seeing that they're connecting in a different way, that you're not able to really connect with, like if they've had some type of challenge, definitely if they had a medical issue, if they had some transitions with family connections, even their relationships, if they've changed, any types of changes. Definitely if you see a person that just, moved or, just had a transition that it was beyond their control, you're able to see that and manage that and able to notice how that could be very, very stressful. A lot of times you're able to see those elevations in the voices. Definitely when they're not acting very safe, they're not acting very calm. Those are areas where you can tell they're doing something a lot different. Honestly, if you just really, just like I said, check on your strong friends, definitely check on them and begin to operate in a different way with them. That's how you're actually able to really begin to maneuver and recognize that they're doing something very, very stressful that they're not able to maintain. Honestly, that's really how you're able to really connect with it and guide with it and able to move forward with it and moving forward ahead. Honestly, I believe that question is a very question. Thank you so much for that. Let's go. What strategies do you use to cope with stress? That is great. That's a great question. A lot of times when stress happens and you don't know how to balance it and elevate with it, one thing that I would do is I began to, do something that I really enjoy doing. And honestly, for men, and honestly, I believe, if you're, actually able to work out, actually exercise, actually doing something relaxing, like, honestly, I'm honestly getting a massage, doing something that is going to be, feel very great for yourself, honestly. And honestly, if you're just having a conversation with a great friend, if you're able to connect with somebody, if you have a men's group, able to connect with the men's group, or able to connect with your church. Churches have groups like that as well. And definitely, if you have some good friends that are like-minded that you can connect with, honestly, those friends are actually going to be a great opportunity for you. Connecting with them is really going to be a great way, because you know what, they know you, they know how to connect with you. They're able to be a great resource for you, and if you actually connect with them and actually build upon that, that is going to be a great play for you. Definitely connecting with someone, if it's by phone call, if it's, through the workplace, connecting with them, just connecting with them in a special way that they can actually open up. Honestly, when they open up, that is always going to be a great process for you. Opening up with your strong friends and just connecting with them a lot of times. And, it doesn't have to be something very, very heavy. It can be something like, hey, I noticed that you just got this promotion, and I know you've been doing this right now. How are you doing with it? What's going on with you? Just prompting those conversations, honestly, is a really great process for you. And it's really going to be great for you when you do that. Dealing with friends in that way is really going to be great in order to really maintain a relationship. When you're happy, when you're connecting with them, and actually being engaged and having those conversations, those are always going to be great. And heck, you can go to an exercise opportunity with them. Just go out and run or jog with someone and be able to connect with them in that way. That's always going to be a great way. Those are strategies that I would say, whatever it helps you to cope with the stress in that way. Definitely, I would say, if you're a musician, go out and play your favorite instrument with your friends. Go out and connect with somebody and just vibe with them that way. Go out to a movie, go out, connect with them that way. That is always going to be a great way. Whatever it makes you feel good, whatever floats your boat in that way, are always strategies to alleviate stress. And then actually maintain that, actually plan, actually structure it, actually connect in that great way. Honestly, that's going to be great for you. And I promise you, it's going to be a process that you're really going to be benefit out of. And it really is going to be a great way for you to begin to continue everything that you're doing. Honestly, you got to be able to connect with somebody. Have to be able to connect with your friends in that way. Honestly, those people, they're looking for you to connect with them, and they're looking to vibe with you. If you really just have that conversation with people and really just begin to vibe with them in that way, honestly, there's going to be special for you. It's really going to be special for you. And honestly, I really believe that that's really, really a great question for men. Honestly, sometimes you feel like you got to have it all together. You don't. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to really do that. All you need to do is be yourself. Be yourself. However you connect with somebody, that's really going to be a great way for you. However you connect with them is really going to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. Just be yourself. Please make sure you do that. I promise you that's going to be a great piece for you. And I'm talking to the men right now, because I know us ladies, we can connect with somebody in any way. We can connect with them easy. It's really easy for us to connect. But guys, sometimes I really feel that you just need to know how to really connect. Honestly, just vibe with somebody. Honestly, just vibe with them, connect with them, and that's going to be a great way for you. And I'm spending some time on this because a lot of times we feel like we have to have a lot of friends. A lot of times we feel like we got to connect with somebody else, in order to maintain. I got to be friends with them for a long time. You don't have to do that. You just need to be you. Be you. Be yourself. It's important for you to be yourself. When you guide yourself in that way, when you connect in that way, honestly, it's going to be a benefit. So I really appreciate that. Stayed right there for a reason. For your amazing friends out there, they're looking for you to connect with them. Just be yourself. Next question. Do you find it challenging to talk about your emotions with others? Why or why not? Such a great question. Well, a lot of times, feeling, this way, overwhelming to really be able to connect with somebody in a special way, and just being able to, excuse me, when you're able to talk to someone in a special way and to connect with them about your emotions, it's sometimes it can be overwhelming, especially for men. And, definitely if you're not used to doing that and actually connecting with that way, because expressing yourself how you truly feel, I know that men express their feelings in a different way. A lot of men, really express their feelings, in a small group, connecting with someone. It's a lot easier for you to do that. Just having open communication. You have to have open communication and connect. And you definitely have to begin to seek the support you need. You have to be able to do that. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to have it all together. You just have to open up and be able to talk. If you just got one friend, that's great. Just talk to someone. Don't keep it bottled up inside, because honestly, just keeping that communication going is really going to be a major benefit for you. It's really going to be a major benefit for you. And honestly, you really got to be able to do that. Honestly, you really got to be able to connect in that way, because, somebody needs to be able to talk to you. Masking it is not going to be enough. Honestly, it really is not going to be enough, because it's not going to be well for you. You have to be able to understand who you are and connect with yourself and love yourself in a special way. Honestly, if you just tell like one person to connect with somebody, if you just talk it out, it's going to be a great benefit to talk it out. Honestly, seeking that open communication is really going to be a blessing. It's really going to meet the needs for what you need. It really is. And I really believe that, it really is necessary for you to open up in that way. You have to begin to open your communication up. Now, you have to be able to do that. Sometimes it is challenging. It is challenging. You have to understand that. Yes, it is challenging sometimes. But at the same time, you will get over in that hump. You will get over that hump, because honestly, we're talking about your life here. We're talking about your sanity here. We're talking about your comfort level here. We want you to be here in long term, and we want you to connect at a long term point. It's important for us to be able to connect. So it's important for us to be able to go through our journey together, and we can build on the numbers later. But if you just connect and open up the way you're opening up right now in this particular location, in this amazing podcast, I promise you, you're going to meet that one person that's really going to be able to help you over the humps of life. Now, honestly, if you just open up and have that open communication and definitely be able to understand that with your emotions with others, it's really going to be well with you. Honestly, it really will. I really like this question. This is great. Next one. All right, family. So one thing about it is that I really enjoy and I really like for us to understand this balance. We have to understand this balance of life and understand how to grow within it, and definitely within everything it is, because our purpose is connected with it. We have to begin to understand how to balance it, understand to balance the promotion, understand how to balance, the connections to other people, understand how to balance the family's support that we have going on, understand how to balance the elevations that's happening when things are out of your control, because that happens. Like I'm a veteran. So when I was in the military full time, I was that one that, definitely had to be okay to have to be moved around in different locations. I had to be okay to have to understand that, the different location is going to be new to me. So I had to begin to, be comfortable and to put myself in a comfortable place where, I had to understand how to build again. It's just like learning how to crawl, learning how to walk. and definitely understanding, learning how to eat, that process again. So it's almost like you have to go through that process, and that can elevate a lot of stress because you don't know what's going to happen. You know you're going to work through it, but you don't know it's going to happen, but it's going to be stressful, and it causes a lot of anxiety. So it's important for us to be able to balance that. It's important for us to understand how we can actually connect with, ourselves. Sometimes you need professional help. Professional help, definitely a therapist. Definitely connect with someone. Connect with a strong friend. Connect with a friend. Or definitely you need to be able to begin to go over the bridge and connect with, new arts. Like maybe like go to a class, go to a connection point here, and definitely begin to, a different function and definitely connect there. You have to again to get out there to get to understand new people. So that's what I had to do in the military. I had to understand to connect with new people. So I had to begin a process. I had to write down the things that I needed, just as simple as, structure the places where I'm going to be living. Definitely begin to understand this. Okay, so the last place that I was at, I had to understand this location the same way. So I would write down the same processes. I would begin to write and build down. And I began to understand what I did from the last location worked so I could work at the next location. Because honestly, it is all the same. So begin to write down your processes, begin to write down your procedures, and begin to elevate with it. Definitely connect with some superiors or people that you're connected with that may have been through where you've been through, and they're able to guide you through it. Honestly, if you just ask them that you need some support and some help, they will be able to guide you in that process and maneuver how to make it happen and how to make it work. Honestly, that actually works, and it really helps, and it eases a lot of the stress that you're feeling, the anxieties, things that you don't know, and that's how it's able to work out. Honestly, when you begin to manage your stress levels and begin to understand what to do, it's going to put a lot of ease to you, and it's going to be great. And this is what I will say: when things are happening for you and functioning great, go for a celebration. A celebration may be able going out, and for some ice cream, or making some popcorn, or going to movies. Do some celebration methods just for yourself, and that is huge. Begin to celebrate your wins when that happens. Honestly, that's going to elevate you. And honestly, it's really going to make you feel a whole lot better about a move. I'm just giving you an example here. That is really going to be great. And it's going to maintain some great balance for yourself. Honestly, begin processes where you're able to structure whatever you're seeing or where you're at. Begin to write those out. And that's going to help you to, feel a lot better and a lot easier. Honestly, just take a little bit at a time. Always balance your schedules. Always have those in place and keep your structure in your schedules and make sure it's aligned for yourself so you won't be burnt out. You want to avoid burnt out. Honestly, you want to avoid any concepts of elevation that you don't have to deal with, and begin to be real with yourself. Be real with yourself and begin to honestly be honest with what you can cope with. It's okay to say no. We talked about this before. It's okay to say no. A lot of times we feel that we have to make this happen and have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be you. What I will say is don't give up on yourself. Always know that you matter. Always know that you can do everything that you have been honored to be with. You can do it all. And just tell yourself great things about yourself. Be honestly, and recognize if you're saying something negative. Recognize if you're saying something negative that's not really working for you. Saying, I can't do this. I'm not good at this. I can't. Those words are not going to work well. Say things like, I can do hard things. I can accomplish this goal. I'm moving right now. You know what? This is going to be an adventure. Not, this is going to be horrible. I don't know what to do. Stop that talk. Talk positively. Talk in a way that you know that's going to be a great method and great benefit for yourself. Always know that. Always be secure in yourself. Always have healthy balance with that. Always begin to say something positive to yourself. Always know that you can create anything that you can create. Always know that you are great at everything that you can do. Always know that everything is working out for you. Because when you say things that are like that to yourself, you can really pursue and really do anything that you want to do. Honestly, I always say this: I got receipts. Receipts meaning I got past successes, past successes. So this seemed like this is a lot that I'm dealing with. But you know what? I've been here before. I remember when I felt overwhelmed, when I couldn't do certain projects, and I really realized that I could do it. And guess what? It worked out for myself. And remember that. And then I began to say, look, I can do this goal. So if I got through that before, I know I can accomplish this, because if it was brought into my awareness to me, I know for a fact I can make sure it happens. I know for a fact everything is going to work out. That's all you got to do with yourself. Like I said, take your receipts, take those accomplishments, take those testimonials that you've had before. I can do this. When you say that to yourself, when you say that you can communicate and you can connect in that way, honestly, that alleviates any type of stress that's happening right there. What it does is it puts you in a position like it's, like we talking about the stress, different stresses. Eustress, it's a celebration here. Oh, this is a great opportunity here. Oh my goodness, I can really do this here. That's what I'm talking about. I can really excel my goals here. I'm telling you, change it. And honestly, if it's been put in your bandwidth and it's been put in your platform, in your wheelhouse, I'm telling you, that's been given to you for a reason. It's been given to you for a reason, honestly. And it really does. It really does do great areas and great things for yourself. When you recognize that, put everything in the right platform, put everything in the right wheelhouse. Always tell yourself that you can do anything. Always speak up and always understand that you can do everything that's been given to you. I promise you, you can. And I'm telling you this, yes, I'm motivating you right now. And yes, I'm inspiring you right now to let you know that if it's given to you for right now, if it's getting your real house, if it's been given to you in this playing field, there is something about you that means that you can do it. So I promise you, just tell yourself that you can do that. And listen to this episode again. Listen to this episode again and take this with you when you feel like things are not going well, when things are not going the way that it needs to go. Tell yourself that you can do it, because I promise you, you can. I've been dealing with illnesses. I've been masked with all types of broken type of issues and business deals. I've been dealing with that. I had children. They've been growing up. They got older, and dealing with them leaving the house and going to college and dealing with that. That's a little bit anxiety sometimes that can grow with that, and stress levels can go up. It won't go up. Guess what? Because I know what to do with it. I know things like that happens. Times change. So that means that if this has been given to me right now, that means I can get through it. I can work through it. Everything works out for me. And I promise you, you can do it too. Tell yourself, this has been given to me for a reason, and that means I can get through it. This has been given to me for a reason, and I know I can go through it. I can show somebody else that they can too. You don't have to go through it by yourself. You can connect with somebody else that's able to support you and able to maneuver through it and actually able to go through it together. I promise you, you can. That's how you're able to really begin to guide yourself out of anything, professionally and personally. You can continue to do that. And guess what? I always say this too. You're still here. That means you can get through this, because you're not gone. You're still here for a reason. You're still here to show somebody else that they can do it too. You're still here to show somebody else that they can build too. You're still here to show somebody else that they can win too. I'm saying that to say there's something in you that you can grow in, and it's important for you to grow in, and always know that you can always build out of everything that you can do today. And I'm so excited for us to be here together, because we're able to build this together. We're able to connect with each other together. We're able to cope with each other together, and we're able to excel together. And I really appreciate that. And I promise you, we can do anything. We can create a thing. Honestly, it's important for us to be aware for sure. And honestly, understand how we can encourage each other, how we can do these practices that we talked about, how we can definitely begin to tell ourselves that we can actually get through this. Talk to each other, talk to ourselves early in the day. Say, I can do anything. Whatever is given to me, I know I can overcome it today. And I'm starting off strong, saying that I'm going to this. Always have something in your arsenal. Begin journaling. Begin to journal each and every day. It's important for us to have a journaling method. That journal, you can actually begin to get your pen and paper and to begin to talk about your day. Begin to say, hey, this is what's happened to me today. And this is what's going on. This is really going on really great. And this is not really going on too great. Begin to write that down. Begin to write it down. Begin to write it down and structure it. Own it. And begin to change what you want to change with it. If it was not a great day today, begin to change what can be great. Like, I really wanted to do this particular process, in this workbook. I really wanted to make this happen. Begin to say, yeah, this happens this day, but I really want to change it. I want to really meet my goals. So I really want to make sure to have a structure where I can actually begin to figure out that journal and begin to do that process that I want to do. Begin to write out 3 ways that you can make sure that happens. Listen, write that down. That's going to be great for you. And then begin to guide yourself and begin to own it and begin to work through that. That's going to be a great method for you to begin to guide yourself through your day. Begin to have a healthy balance in the diet. You definitely want to have a great diet whenever you're dealing with your when it comes to stress. If it's stress is happening to you, a great diet, being to eat well. Definitely processed foods is probably not going to be the best choice, but then to pick something that's going to be a little bit more healthier. Definitely your fruits, and definitely make sure that you're having a balanced meal. Maybe you want to get a vegan diet, or maybe you want to have some less a plant-based diet, having some salads, things like that. Those are options to be able to help you out, and definitely be mindful of it. Definitely be mindful if you want to definitely make sure that whatever you're putting in your body, and make sure the vitamins are definitely going to be a benefit for yourself as well. Eating things that are going to be high in vitamins, definitely for yourself. High in vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin E, vitamin C. All of those items are going to be great for you. And great fruits as well, too. Fruits are really great for you to have as well, too. And definitely be able to research on what fruits to eat. Those fruits that are going to be a benefit for yourself, that's actually going to bring some elevation to you. And listen, don't forget your water. Make sure you have your water. The water is really a benefit for you, and having your water, honestly, water is going to be a great segue for yourself. And choose your water. Different waters. There are coconut water. There's different types of waters that you can drink too as well. So those are going to be elevation for you, and definitely there's going to be helpful for you. Definitely for you if you're dealing with any types of illnesses or any headaches or any pains. You definitely want to make sure you nurture yourself. Make sure I would say 64 ounces of water. Those are great. And guess what? Who told me that? My coach. I always tell everyone, every coach needs a coach. So you definitely want to have a coach that's in your corner. And they told me, make sure you have your water intake. Me being a military person, I always know to drink water. But you know what? I needed a coach to remind me that I need to drink that water. You always need reminders. You need someone that's going to be out there to help you, to remind you of being the best fit yourself for yourself. You need to make sure you have somebody that's able to help you with that. Make sure you have some time management. We talked about that before. Definitely making sure you have time management practices, and definitely making sure that you're able to prioritize the tasks you need to do, and to having realistic goals in place. When you have those in place, honestly, you're going to be less stressed. You're going to have a target plan, and you're going to be more confident because you already have a system already in place that's going to be a benefit for yourself. And there you're going to be ready for the next day because you know what? You got a plan in place. And also, like I said, you want to have a support system. You want to definitely have a support system of friends and family and colleagues that are going to help you. How you're going to be able to maneuver. You're not meant to do this by yourself. You don't need to do that. A lot of times people think that they have to do everything by themselves. No, you don't. You want to definitely do it with a group of people that you trust that are able to help you. And if you need a professional, get a professional. Definitely you want to make sure you do that. And also, you want to be joyful. You want to be in a place where you're able to joyfully be happy. And, you're able to do that when you put these processes in place and actually able to relax and actually able to maneuver how to have a great life. Honestly, put these practices in place. Always have great balance with this, and always know that you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. This is going to be great for you. And definitely, you're going to be able to avoid a lot of hiccups in place, and you're going to have less burnout. I promise you will when you put this in order. I am so excited about this process, family. This has been so great. I'm just so thankful that each and every one of you have been here with us, definitely on the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha. Thank you so much for being here, and make sure you know that you win, and make sure you know that you matter. Always make sure you know that if you embrace your life, embrace it with your whole being and understand how great you are, all you got to do is change your concept of things, change your mindset. And all you got to do is think the great things that you can do. And listen, you don't have to do this by yourself. I really know this for sure. So I am so excited about this time with you. Thank you so much for coming with this time. This has been such a benefit for each and every one of us. Definitely talking about how we can alleviate a lot of stresses and how we can alleviate a lot of challenges in life. If we just have this in place, honestly, we really, really can maneuver anything and we can do great things. Hey, Bella, thank you so much for being here, Queen. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, we are really excited, family. I just appreciate the fam for being here. They're coming in. Thank you so much for being here. We got Brown Sugar Cafe here. We got Terrence Elmore here. We appreciate you, King. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely, this is a celebration for all the men out here. Definitely connecting with you and just appreciate each and every one of you and just really just being a testament to you and just letting you know just how great you are and just that you know how amazing you are. Because a lot of times our men are not getting the deserved efforts and deserve, celebration of who they are. And a lot of times you just need to know that you're valued. You need to know that you're great because you really are great. You just needed some tools. You just need some support and just some encouragement and just reminders of just how great you are. And I just appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for being here on the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha on this episode. And I'm just so excited for you to be here. Thank you so much, Instagram, for being here as well. Thank you so much for connecting with us on all the social media platforms as well, too. And I appreciate each and every one of you, family, for being here. So I'm so excited. We're going to have a great time together, family. And I'm looking forward for us to connect with each other and moving forward ahead. So you already know. So I do have an amazing opportunity for you to connect with me, family. And I'm looking forward to it. And we're going to have a great time together. And yes, thank you so much, Queen. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. So we're going to have a great, great time definitely together. So we're going to talk about our next segment. Definitely, there's an opportunity for you all to connect with me. We're going to have a virtual seminar, and it's called the Radiant Rise Empowerment Session. And it's going to be a free session that's going to be definitely for us to connect together. So I'm looking forward to this opportunity for us to connect because we're going to connect together and talking about how we can definitely be less in a place where we're less stressed, family, and just less, stuck in place because we need to definitely have a maneuver opportunity. So definitely this is an amazing opportunity for an amazing men and definitely for our midlife women as well, too. So this is an amazing resource that's going to be connected, and it's going to be a process limited to 10 people that's going to be connected with this process. So I'm looking forward to it. So the times and the dates is really going to be on my website, LekeishaMosley.com. And definitely I'm looking forward to this opportunity for us to connect together on LekeishaMosley.com when it comes to that. So I'm looking forward to that, family, and it's going to be a great, great time for us to connect. So definitely make sure you come to my website. This is featured here, and you're going to be able to see my latest book, How to Get Unstuck, Confused to Focus, family. That's going to be a great, great process for you, connection with you as well, too. And definitely I'm looking forward to that as well. So also, I'm looking forward to you all being able to get my resource with my So Rockstar t-shirt. Definitely, I look forward to that connection as well, too. Definitely, that is in all sizes, and that's just for the women and for the girls as well. So that's in pink, and that is in blue. And I have on the pink right now, family, because you guys are so rock star. It is a t-shirt of empowerment, a t-shirt of confidence, and definitely it's really just telling you just how radiant you are, because definitely women, you really are radiant. And I would love for you to get your t-shirt. Definitely connect with me on the website. Definitely for you to grab your t-shirt. And that's going to be great. And definitely make sure you gift wrap it for a friend as well, too. So I'm looking forward to that, family. And I'm just so thankful that each and every one of you are here in this episode. Definitely because we are honoring our men for sure, for them to know just how brilliant they are and how amazing they are. And I really appreciate this month. I feel like you need more than a month. Definitely. But I want to honor you in this month, just telling you just how great you are and just how magnificent that you mean to us. Because honestly, sometimes you don't get the kudos, but I'm telling you, did give you it to today. So I'm giving you your flowers right now. I'm giving that to you because you are truly brilliant. Every man is brilliant. I want you to know that. And I appreciate each and every one of you because we need to live together. We need to connect together. And definitely, I need you to know this, and they need to respect you even more because you need to know how respected you are. And we respect you here on the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha. I just appreciate each and every one of you. I'm just so thankful God for you. I'm thankful for this time with you. Definitely, I'm looking forward to us connecting next Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm looking forward to connecting with each and every one of you. So this is such an amazing time, family. So I'm looking forward to us connecting next week. And definitely, you already know how we end our shows. In all you do, lead with confidence, understanding, and love always. Please know that you are great and you are wonderful. And I'm looking forward to the next time to seeing you, family. Definitely make sure you have a great experience. Definitely out there. Have a blessed day.